Good morning, everybody. My name is Buthaina and Kindi from Ministry of Commerce. We are here presenting today, giving you an overview regarding the Invest Easy project. Invest Easy project is, I will just introduce it, because normally when we talk about the one-stop shop, it's related always to Ministry of Commerce. And what we want to present here is that the Invest Easy is not anymore related only to Ministry of Commerce. Invest Easy project is a national project, and it is a combination and a sharing for different government entities that related primarily for the district licensing and registration here in Oman. So let's invite my friend Dileesh to continue, and I will be here also to reply any questions regarding the project itself.
Good morning, distinguished guest. My name is Dileesh. As Buthaina said, our objective today is to give an overview about the industry project. As you can see from the first slide itself, it is a joint initiative. So there are 8 ministries working together to give one single phase of the government to the business community. The agenda is very simple. There are 6 points that we want to cover. I will cover each of these points as we go through. Let's start with this one-stop shop journey. It's a journey which started in 2000, the year 2000, where there is a ministerial decision to set up this one-stop shop. There was a first wave of this project which started in 2003, mid-2003, where there was a consultancy firm and things like that. And there was also a system established in 2005. So from 2005, a completely automated system is available. In late 2020, there was a second wave, and the core focus was just not automation. The core focus of the project now is about simplification. How to make the life of the businessman investing in Oman more simplified. There has been many ministerial decisions and cabinet decisions in supporting the simplification process. Just to give you an overview, so what exactly is happening is that there is a project which is running with active participation of 8 ministries, and this team is also visiting around 20-25 ministries, just to simplify a lot of processes. So there are 6 phases in this project. We are doing business consulting, we are doing technology transformation to make more robust systems and things like that. There is also a lot of legal changes that's we are trying to bring into to help the business community. There is also a help desk which is set up. As Buthaina said, we are also trying to simplify the licensing process in Oman. Let's look at what's the impact which this project has created already. And as I said, the first wave started in 2005. So just to give you with statistics, if you look, these are the list of companies or the number of companies that's registered in Oman. And if you really look where this green line intersects the blue line, that's where this one-stop shop was established, or this Invest Easy joint initiative. You can see there's a significant jump in the number of companies that's registered in Oman after this initiative came into place. Just to give you statistics, before this initiative there were only 4,000 odd companies which were getting created in Oman per year, whereas after this initiative came, there are average 22,000 companies getting registered in Oman. Similarly, if you see from the first wave, there was also a licensing initiative. If you look at again the numbers from the year 1973, when Oman was active, and when this project came into force, again at the same intersection point, you can see a significant jump in the number of licenses which are issued by the government to the business community. Just to tell you numbers, before this project it was 25,000 licenses per year, whereas now on an average, government of Oman is giving 100,000 licenses to the business community, to serve the business community. So I've covered 2 parts of this agenda. Let's look at what is this big initiative that's happening now. As I said, there are 6 milestones, but we are not keeping the business community waiting till 2 years is complete. There are progressive launches. Already, as we speak today, 3 versions of the portal is live. There is 3 versions of the mobile app which is also live and available for the business community as we talk. So just to tell you, in the last 12 months of this project, what's achieved, we have launched 22 e-services, primarily to address the business community. As I said, 3 mobile apps are launched, and there are 13 mobile services, which is available for the business community as we speak today. Just to give you some snapshots, this is the portal that's launched by this project. You can go and visit. You might be wondering what are those services. I'm just listing few services which might be of importance to the team here. In relation to the FTA, also, like if you look, even you can check the trademark availability. So if you want to start a business, or if you want to start a subsidiary, if you want to look for a name, and we can check whether it's a registered trademark. It is even integrated with the WIPO database, the global trademark database. You can check this online. There are many services. There is another service which you can see called as the official gazette. That will give you all the laws and regulations of the Oman government related to the business community. So this is a single stop reference for the businessman to understand what are the laws, what are the updates to the law and things like that. There are many more services. You can search for a company, you can renew your commercial registration online and things like that. Not just that, to make the life of businessman and the people doing business in Oman easier, there are multi-channel access. So today, if you have a e-Oman login, or if you have your resident card, which is nowadays it's a PKI enabled card, all you need is that. You can use that as a single medium for logging into our portal and accessing all these services. Not just that, as we speak, you can download copy of your company's commercial registration certificate digitally signed. So people are using these services in a big way. So if you want to get a copy of commercial register certificate, you don't need to come anymore physically to the counters of the ministry. You can do it online from your office. As I said, there are apps available. These are the latest versions of the app, both in the Android store and in the Apple store, where you can do a lot of transactions. There are 13 transactions that you can do over these channels. And you might be wondering, there is 22 services, but maybe this is not really relevant services for me. But if you look at the statistics, actually speaking, even if you come physically to the counters in the one-stop shop, there are only 49 services that you can bring to as a businessman. What we looked at was, if you look at some statistics, there are 300,000 applications that were serviced using this 49 manual services over the counter. And when we compared, there are these 22 online services. 60% of this 300,000 applications can actually be done online. Which means today, if you are really interested and if you can do things online, 60% of this task actually you can do it online. There's no need to physically come and visit the counters because all these things are available online. Not just that, imagine you want a support just to get it started, how to configure it, how to use it for the first time. We've even established a e-services support center in these counters. So you can come for the first time, like if you are not sure how to get it started, we have people to assist you, to get you registered, to show you how things are done, so that at least from next time you don't have to come to us, you can do it online. Also, there is a call center established, so there are a lot of investors calling from region, from Senate officers, who call us just to check how to do things online, what are the process, procedures and things like that. We are not stopping there. Today, for the government, CR is not only viewed as a paper. You can visually and graphically see, what's the company, who are the investors, who are the signatories. They can, scale, drill down and see, who really runs the company. All those details can be viewed graphically. Now, what's the real impact all these initiatives that Oman government has done? It has attracted a lot of foreign direct investment. So if you again see from the 2005 mark, FDIs before and after. And again, it becomes very relevant in our context, where we are talking about American companies investing and foreign investors. There's a lot of investment coming. Just to give you some more update, it's not that we as government of Oman speaking about this. even World Bank's ease of doing business report of where they review 189 economies across the world. This is a snapshot for Oman. What I would like to highlight is even in the 2015 report, Oman has the best number of procedures and the number of days that it takes to start a company, CR. To get a CR, best in the region. And this is not coming from Oman government, this is coming from World Bank's ease of doing business report, which is used by all the economies and all the businesses. You can check this copy online just to see and read about all these cases. What next? Like we talked about a lot of achievements. What is happening, what is already available, but we are not stopping there. Even though we have got the best number of procedures and the least number of days, we are further simplifying. So today we know still there's a lot of running around to get your business started. You get a business idea, you get run around to the ministries to get a lot of pre-approvals. Then you come to register a business and then really start a business. And we know sometimes it takes up to several months for getting the CR. What's again we get improving is that the moment you have an idea, you can register a business. Then later you can get the licenses and then start the business. The objective is that we can get started within minutes. That's the real objective. Again, if you see, it's not just automation. There is a real simplification happening. Further simplification. So there is no more name verification, no more pre-approvals for verifying registering activities, no more bank statements required. You can come and either to the ministry or through the online channels, straight away get your CR copy straight away. So that's the real simplification. As I said, coming soon. When we say coming soon, it's as soon as next week. So from next week, actually, you can start your company online. So there are these 8 types of companies which are allowed by Ministry of Commerce to do start in Oman, and you can, on the click of a mouse, you can start these companies online and get your digitally signed CR certificate from the system without visiting. So just to give you, we are not stopping there. We are taking a multi-approach to serve business type of to serve the various business needs. So earlier, a lot of businesses come to us through this physical one-stop shop counters, and to do submitting of systems and documents and processes and things like that. Later we added Senate centers, so you don't need to really come to the ministry counter. You can visit any of the Senate center and do these services online. Not just that, now we have already discussed with all the free zones. So if you are registering a company in one of the free zones, you can go to the free zone counters. They can access our system and they can do things online for you. And not just that, we have our partner with especially to serve the international investors, because they have offices across the world, and they have also access to our system. So using our system, you don't need to even come to Oman to start a business. Sitting in US or sitting in Japan, they can do it on your behalf. To invest in Oman. Again, this is just the front office, where you submit and you interact with the government. There is also things happening in the back office to improve the transparency and to simplify. So first thing is, we have heard from the business community that the biggest confusion is, imagine I want to start a supermarket. Nobody really knows what documents you need, what fees to pay, how long will it take, and you just keep running around. So to solve that, there is a license definition which is currently happening. We are visiting a lot of ministries, we are collecting what do they do, and documenting all these things. And you get a simulator. So tomorrow, if you say that, okay, I want to start a supermarket, you put in that details, the system will tell you what documents you need, how much fees you need to pay, from where you need to get your approvals and things like that. The system will guide you. And it is all in black and white. So it's not like any more person dependent. What system tells is what you have to really do. And there's also a license processor where you submit the application online. The system will take care about getting these things processed. So just to show you graphically, this is how it will work. Really you come and interact only in one point. The system takes care of the backend. This is a journey. This is not going to happen overnight. We have some partner ministries and friends who are our early on board, have come on board, whose licensing will be simpler. There will be ministries will be added, one by one as time progresses. The objective is to get your business started in Oman as soon as possible and as fast as possible. Now, just to look at what's the trade, US FTA trade impact, just to show you similar stats. This is where the US FTA came in place, and you can see a significant jump in companies, American companies investing in Oman. So before FTA, we hardly had some 5 companies, but after FTA, we have almost 100 companies investing, after 2009, and American companies have been contributing to the economy. So there are around 59 activities where companies have invested in Oman. This is the statistics of the activities in which or the sectors in which you might be interested in, where American companies are interested in investing in Oman. Again, we are not stopping there. As I said, there is a lot of legal transformation and things like that happening. So currently, with the assistance of the World Bank, there is a foreign investment law which is getting reviewed. So the World Bank has given the initial feedbacks on what are the things that we need to look at and things like that. And there's an active committee working to simplify or to make foreign investments a little more easier. There is also a law called the one-stop shop law, which is in draft stage. We are getting we are hoping that this will be also come into force very soon. And as I said, licensing simplification is in progress in a big way. As we speak, a decision has been taken for 69 activities, which you can, on the click of a mouse, you can start. So there are no more verifications, there are no more documents, there are no more running around. You can just do it online, click, click, click. If it is one of these activities, straight away you can get your CR certificate. So that was a very sweet and simple presentation. Buthaina and myself is here for any inquiries.
I think that did it. Okay. There you go.
Am I on? Okay. So Dileesh is my coworker, so I can give him a hard time. So I was making all my questions as you were doing the presentation, but no. In all seriousness, many Americans and American companies will come to us and say, this is such a long, detailed process. So tell me, walk us through how a large, either an individual in the US or 2 individuals, how they could really do this. And can they do it with just submitting it online, adding their passport copies? Do we have to still do stamps and, company registrations from the US have to be stamped in 5 different places? How will you verify this?
As per the process, we are treating the US individuals and companies as an Omanis. So it's the only thing that is related only for the resident card. As long as they have a resident card, they can access the ECR portal and they directly can submit their application to Oman. If they don't have a resident card, they can submit their application to any channels that is provided, to Senate offices or lawyers, or it can be the IFRA also.
Okay, so if I'm a U.S. investor in the U.S. and I want to use this service that might be coming available next week, I would need to provide my documentation to the Oman Embassy, which
exactly.
is the nearest IFRA office.
Exactly.
Okay, and then it comes here, or they verify?
See, ITRA actually acts on your behalf then, because you don't have a real card for you to transact. So they will verify in the counters, they have a login to the system on your behalf or a US investor behalf, they will fill all the information for you. Okay. So like today, if a Omani citizen does not have a PK enabled card, or he is not really doesn't want to do things online, that's where he goes to Sanad Center. So instead of he himself doing it, Sanad will provide a channel for him where Sanad will log in and he will do it for him. Similarly, their officers will do it for the investor.
Okay, I get it. I didn't get that from your presentation. Now I get it. So that's really useful, especially for as the U.S. investors and the business council. Also, I was going to ask, will you hopefully later be maybe integrating with other maybe customs with their one-stop window, or is that something in the works?
Already, custom is one of the national initiative also projects in Oman, and we are already starting integrated with the custom in a way that for the licensing and for the standard specification. And it will be later on the integrated online system also, it will be there.
So just to tell you in terms of numbers, and timelines, in the next 4 months, actually one process with the customs is going to be seamlessly integrated. This is a customs exemption process. So today, if so this might also be relevant with respect to the US FTA. If somebody is trying to import something and if you have to get a customs exemption, there's an approval from Ministry of Commerce. Now, they don't have to do and run around in different places, and they just do it in the customs integrated portal, which I think there's a session later. And the moment they do it there, it will be approved behind the scene. So it's no more running around between counters or places.
I have an inquiry here. I am Azan Al-Ahmadi from Deltons, and we actually use this system, and we really thank you for this project. It's really very helpful. However, we are facing sometimes some difficulties, especially when we make payments online and the system gets stuck. So I think there is not a lot of people now are using this system, and when you offer this and market this easy, invest easy, I think you should be already ready for also many people using the system, and I think this should be developed because we are in the field. We form a lot of companies. We use most of these applications through online and through the Ministry of Commerce counters, and I think you should be ready for a lot of people using the system and not getting stuck.
It's already taken care of. And we are using the payment gateway from IT. And I think that we already highlight this issue to them, and they are working on it.
Excellent.
That's exactly, we also have a call center where, because any online transaction has got its own challenges. Like sometimes, MasterCard is blocked by the bank, or some fraud transactions detected and things like that. But we are reviewing every month, so we are getting a report from the payment gateway itself, just to see where exactly is the issues coming. Because many a time, these issues are not coming really from the system per se.
Yeah.
We have even looked at the stats and found out many a time because the banks block it. So the payment gateway is just showing that the transaction didn't go through.
Yes.
But nevertheless, yes, we are looking at it. We are in a constant touch just to see how to improve it, how to make it more simpler, and if there are issues or if there are common trend in some issues. There are, for example, National Bank of Oman's card is always having an issue. So then we will try to find out, is there any particular reason why this is happening. So we are, yes. Thanks for highlighting this.
Thank you very much. But in all cases, we really appreciate this. It's really very helpful system.
Thank you for such a nice presentation. I had one question. Do you have any plans to bring in the Ministry of Environment under this ambit?
They are one of the most important stakeholders, and we already started initiative regarding the topic of simplification, the licensing and everything. And the teams already working together as one team. So Ministry of Environment is one of the most important stakeholders in the project itself.
I think that will be great because I'm particularly talking in the context of manufacturing initiatives, and the CR stage is still fine, but to really progress on the project is the environmental approval.
Yeah, in fact,
Unfortunately, it takes anywhere around 8 months to 1 year.
we are really aware about kind of such obstacles that are faced by the investor. In fact, last week we already had a meeting between the top management, both Ministry of Commerce and they are really, looking forward in the simplification. You will start to, test or, sense this kind of simplification during next month.
Thank you very much. Just to follow actually and build on you, because obviously for the biggest value that the online system brings is to make the process more efficient. And you've done a wonderful job. And I understand this is in work in progress. We have I'm sure you're aware, we have a huge initiative in the Ministry of Oil and Gas for the joint registration for the oil industry, which is also having similar aims. But I don't see the Ministry of Oil and Gas in there, and we're not very engaged about it.
The logo of Mr. Oil and Gas.
See, coming to Ministry of Oil and Gas, yes, we had an interaction at the senior management level, and we are planning to work with Business Gateway. Because Business Gateway is the entity which is working in linking the supplier to the companies. Yes, we are working with them. In fact, there was already 2 meetings which has happened, but then this is done. So, but we have plans to integrate with the Business Gateway system, so that again to avoid duplication of registrations and tests.
Any comments about time frame, or is this too early?
Well, regarding the licensing, the time frame is as explained in the presentation. It will be the end of the project by December 2015. There will be the investor will test, assess the kind of electronics licensing and the full process of the registration business it will be there. But for the new CR registration, it will be by next week.
Can I just ask one last question? You have shown several graphical form the progress of registration, and you can see a huge increase in registrations in 2005. Forgive me for saying this, but this looks very, too good to be true. Please elaborate how could this be, because we're coming like tenfold increase.
Yeah, if you are aware regarding the process before 2005, we were having a traditional process itself, and the implementation, the real implementation of the one-stop shop, the first version, it was in 2005. There, the start of this kind of amount of registration started to be higher from 2005. Because of the automation of the process, of the MOSI process, the increased number of the registrations start to be higher than before. And the number of days, the kind of process itself is changed. That's why maybe the simplifying of the process encourage more registering of the cities.
May I suggest that you actually mention this ahead of time and actually show a normalized graph where compare apples to apples. Just too much data.
And let me assure you, these numbers are available openly. So we have a open data initiative. You can see these.
You can see it here. The number is more increasing around. In fact, we test down
22,000.
clearly.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Thank you very much.